Now we move on to our next news. Now moving on to Asia, Taiwan is still negotiating for more favorable tariff rates after US President Donald Trump imposed a 20% tariff on the island. According to the Taiwanese Vice Premier Cheng Li-chun, Chun said that Taiwan's goal is to seek a more reasonable tariff rate from the US. Chun also further added that negotiations with the US were still ongoing. Taiwan has the sixth largest trade deficit with the United States, with 90% of that being from semiconductors, telecommunications, and other tech products. Rates for chips, electronics, and information and communication technology, which makes up the bulk of Taiwan's export to the US, will be subjected to separate US sectorial tariffs. Now for this discussion, we're joined by Ross Feingold. He's a political analyst, joins us live from Taipei. Thank you, Ross, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, Taiwan claims that it still is open to discussions with US for these trade tariffs. Do you think Taiwan has any card that it can still play to reach something below 20%?
I think Taiwan has a number of cards it could play. Starting with the importance of Taiwan to the semiconductor supply chain and the increasing importance that semiconductors are playing with the growth of AI, the need for semiconductors for US military equipment, et cetera, et cetera. So I think the United States government certainly recognizes the importance of Taiwan, and there's no compelling reason other than a large trade deficit, to make things difficult for Taiwan, especially when Taiwan has also offered to take action to reduce that trade deficit, such as by purchasing more agricultural products from the US, purchasing more liquefied natural gas from the US, purchasing more weapons from the US, making more investments in the US, just like other countries in the EU have committed in their trade deals. So I think the Trump administration understands the value of Taiwan. So I'm going to remain optimistic on this, that the US and Taiwan will eventually reach a deal that will lower that tariff rate.
And now, what are the potential geopolitical consequences of these tariff disputes for Taiwan's relations with both the US and China?
The United States is Taiwan's most important international supporter. It's still that's willing to sell weapons to Taiwan. It's an important trading partner for Taiwan. So Taiwan is clearly attaching itself to the United States and has excellent reasons to do so. And that's why it's so eager to pursue a trade agreement covering those different areas that I just mentioned. China remains an important export market for Taiwan. In the past, it was an important destination for investment by Taiwan companies, although they're significantly reducing their investment in China in recent years and expanding their investments in Southeast Asia, India, the United States, even Mexico. But yeah, China is still important for business purposes for Taiwan companies. On the other hand, the reality is China also presents a national security threat to Taiwan. So the need to address the concerns raised by China is not going to scare Taiwan off from reaching a trade deal or buying more products from the United States and addressing that trade deficit. Again, Taiwan recognizes that its most important partner remains the United States.
And building on your answer, do you think that could this pressure Taiwan to diversify its trade partners or lead to deeper technological collaboration with other countries other than US?
Taiwan's definitely doing that. So when it comes to the technology industry, as well as traditional industries, they've expanded their manufacturing in other locations like Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Mexico. And in the tech sector, Taiwan's manufacturers have significantly expanded their presence in recent years in India. And the most important tech company, TSMC, has expanded its presence or invested in building manufacturing in Japan, as well as Germany, in addition to its very large investment in Arizona in the United States. But when TSMC goes to Japan or Germany, that also means a lot of its suppliers will go there as well. So definitely Taiwan is diversifying where it trades, where it invests, but still the United States is the most important partner.
Thank you very much, Ross Feingold, for always joining us and sharing your insight as a political analyst. Now we move on to